What is up, my fellow crafter boys? My name is Herobrine93045 and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. Last episode we were in a VC, like always. Now, if you don't know, but if it's something I need to like talk about, like a issue, like a situation that's basically been ongoing right now, and that is another Laporte situation. Like, this is the third time Laporte's had a freaking drama issue. But this time it's because he quote-unquote groomed someone. Now, there's already been proof out there that Laporte groomed Pinkstone's friend. But, to me, I honestly just don't really see I don't really see... We only got one side of the story, but we need the other side of the story as well. Because if there's one thing, is that one day, like, Laporte's family would get wind of this and get the wind of the hate base and would realize that, you know, their son could literally be in danger and they could literally contact their local authorities and demand Discord to reveal who created those accounts. And they could literally go, like, I'm not kidding, but there was, one of my relatives actually said to me one time, like, it was like yesterday, she said to me that people may be faceless, but they won't remain hidden forever. Now, you may be asking, like, wait, what do you mean by not hidden forever? What I mean is that people's faces won't be hidden for much longer, as law enforcement can actually take the victim's side and, you know, completely demand Discord or any other social media to, like, reveal who created those accounts so that they can contact their local authorities and have them arrested. Because there was a case of, like, this kid from the X Factor who got a lot of backlash, and it turns out one of those people that were giving him the backlash was one police officer who made, like, 10 accounts just to slam the child, which is just completely disgusting. And the matter of fact is, we don't even know who these people really were. They were just people just, you know, slamming another person for no apparent reason. Now, that's why, like, you know, this new Laporte situation... That's why I was gonna say. That's why this third Laporte situation to me does not really seem fair on Laporte, since, you know, Laporte.
No time to talk now. I have to get ready to return to base with this information. I'll get a fat raise for this.
But yeah, I was gonna say, like, who put mines here? Anyway, so yeah. I'm just gonna give her a stim pack. Anyway, so yeah. Like, you know, there's probable chances Laporte could literally be, like, innocent in this situation. But I'm not gonna, like, full on weigh in on the situation, because Pinkstone's gonna literally slam me by saying, imagine defending a criminal, or imagine... I'm just gonna say it to myself. Hey, Herobrine, imagine impersonating Pinkstone. Pinkstone, you don't need to comment that now, because I've already said that to myself. I'm not in bad terms with Pinkstone right now, but, you know. And do I really want to get, like, again, we've already had to deal with, I already had to deal with Winter Bliss versus Pinkstone. I don't need to deal with and I had to intervene in that one, trying to get, you know, Winter Bliss to apologize to Pinkstone, because people were starting to hate, you know, Winter Bliss because of what they did. Because of what he did. Well, what he basically did, which was rage at Pinkstone when you know, Winter didn't realize. I'm not trying to bring anyone's past up. I'm just again, the only reason why I bring like past situations up is to really compare them to current situations. Like, you know, there's a big difference between the Pinkstone versus Winter Bliss drama. Like, people are saying that Pinkstone was in the wrong for, you know, for saying some sort of giveaway is a scam. But then and then some people say that Winter Bliss was in the wrong for giving people for believing a scam from someone. Now, I'm not gonna name people. I'm not gonna name the person who actually put out the scams and stuff because I don't want anyone to go witch hunt them and like slam them. So I'm gonna keep their name a secret, and that's pretty much what I'm gonna say about that drama. But I just thought I might need to compare it because this is basically the non-Beyonders, aka probably the just called the non-Beyonders community, the anti-Beyond community. I'm gonna call them because they're just a variety of ranges of different communities, like the Papa's Pizzeria community, the Upper Show community, possibly a bit of gacha community and furry communities, but Pinkstone is against gacha and furries. Trust me, I know that the reason why I know that Pinkstone is against furries was actually because, like, you know, she actually, like, I talk about them, and Pinkstone's like, ew, furries, they're really disgusting, and I'm like, yeah, true, furries aren't really that great, but you know, if people want to be furries, just let them express themselves. Like, it's weird, but like, you should just go on ahead and just let them. Like, the reason why I just let Pinkstone be herself still is just because it's who she is. If she's got that personality, then we just let her keep that personality. It's just the only thing I want to avoid is slamming her for making false lies, like false claims. Or even her friends for making false claims. Because, who knows, she could literally be telling the truth about Laporte grooming someone. But at the same time, she could also be, like, you know, not realizing that because people will do anything to get someone in trouble. Someone could literally make a freaking Discord account out of Laporte and start grooming people just to get him hate. And this is like cases with other users before. Like, there was a not safe for work account on me. Some people, I'm pretty sure someone nearly believed it was me, but most people were like, no, that is definitely not the real Herobrine. The real Herobrine's, like, I was asleep when the porn alt attacked. And if you don't know, but the porno I'm talking about was literally called Herobrine's P word. I'm not going to say it on video because I'm pretty sure it's going to be taken down. But the matter of fact is, you know, basically, yeah, basically what happened was, you know, and yeah, I might want to quickly say this, but the Herobrine's 93045's P word porn alt is basically, it literally looks like the same exact accounts. It looks like the same exact account as all those other porn alts that attacked FlySwat server a few months back. Or back in March. Because that's why FlySwat server is still in lockdown today. Well, the reason why FlySwat server is still in lockdown was because A, porn alts, B, coffee cup animations. Like, I've already explained in the last video about coffee cup animations. If you want to know about what coffee cup animations did, I recommend you guys checking out my me exposing coffee cup animations video. And I know it's an exposing video, but it's not Beyond related. It's just, you know, it's just me talking about a certain situation that recently happened. And this morning I've already, like, you know, made a video talking about what coffee cup animations was trying to do a few days ago, which was begging to be forgiven by FlySwat. And I said, and if I remember in the video, I said, like, if you're trying to get get forgiveness out of someone, you're basically just begging for an apology, making you an apology beggar. Like, not only that, but his videos are kind of Beyond related. So what was it like? This dude is basically a combination of the bad side of the Optic Show community and the worst side of the VLN community. Now, before you say anything, no, I am not trying to compare the Optic Show community with the VLN community. They're both completely separate communities. The VLN community is just toxic as hell, that's why I left it. And because someone was sending me porn in my DMs, again, I have my DMs turned off. The only times I'm actually gonna have my DMs turned on might be when I, might talk with like my fellow classmates in college. But I might one day make another I'm probably thinking about making another Discord account. Not as like my main, but as like an account I can use for college. So I can just leave the college Discord server on my main and switch over to a college Discord account. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it as is, having my main account. Because there's nothing wrong with having a main account, because having just one account. Because if you're comfortable with having one account, there's no, you can do with just one account. Anyway, so yeah, back to talking about the Laporte issue. So yeah, it could literally be anyone just framing Laporte, like always. And if Pinkstone says, oh, that wasn't an imposter, like, don't really believe what Pinkstone always says. Don't always believe what Pinkstone says, because, to be honest, I think she's mainly just, trying to get people to really believe her story. Like, she claims she's bringing out the truth, but she's actually, like, cutting ahead of time and basically trying to say that this is actually true when, it could also be false. So, either we're looking at real news or fake news, like always. I know Pinkstone's definitely going to comment on this video just saying it is 100% true. Like, the only reason why I'm losing respect on Laporte was, he hasn't provided me any evidence when I told him to provide evidence to back up his claims. And yet, and as of now, he still hasn't provided me the evidence that I need. Like, I kept asking Laporte, where is the evidence? Where is the evidence that you're innocent? And he still hasn't provided that proof. That's why, and, it was really infuriating for me. Laporte knew I was gonna hate, I think Laporte just knew that one day I'm gonna, hate him because, and if Laporte really does not want it, does not want people to, accuse him of something he probably didn't do, he should provide proof that he didn't do that thing. Like, groom a girl, one of Pinkstone's friends. Other matter of fact is Pinkstone's face actually got leaked by the possible imposter. I know Pinkstone's gonna say it's not an imposter, but if Pinkstone says that, just ignore her, or just say how do we know it's not an imposter? Like, if she tries to say grammar and all that, Laporte always types capitalized. Like, I looked at his videos and he's typed every word he writes is capitalized, which isn't exactly quite surprising actually, because someone else could literally be grooming someone as Laporte, and basically blaming on him because they can type in his grammar. Like, I too can actually type in his grammar. I could make a fake Laporte account. Pinkstone could put me in a group chat, and little that she knew she would think it's actually Laporte when it would actually be me with a fake alt out of Laporte. Now that's only in speculation what she probably would do. But I'm not fully guaranteeing that she is correct. It's only a possibility that she could be wrong as well. But the only reason why, I try not to, criticize her too much about what she is doing is, I don't want to start start a drama war against Pinkstone. She's already been through a lot of drama, and I just feel like Pinkstone needs to take a break from it, or at least leave the drama alone, because I feel like she needs to know that, drama is bad, and, it can lead to someone committing suicide. if you think they're fake depressing, if they're faking depression, prove it. Prove they're faking depression. Because you don't know the person in real life. Now, I'm only saying this because, like, you know, I felt like I need to, like, say why people shouldn't, like, go ahead and jump to conclusions that, like, Blossom XL, I think that's the name, claimed that they were behind the Laporte's, like, not imposter account, I mean, the Gorfinetra account, but Blossom was not, Blossom had no proof that they were behind the alt. Because if they were behind the alt, then, you know, then of course we would have criticized her. We would slam her for even doxing 7 children. That's why I went back to being neutral on her, because, like, Pinkstone could literally be correct about that part. Where's the proof? Now, Pinkstone is just exposed Laporte with what looks like proof that he did groom someone. But obviously, like, you know, Laporte hasn't brought out his side of the story. Like, I feel like that's something that Laporte should have done, because if he wants to get rid of the hate base, he needs to provide proof that he didn't commit any of those actions. Even if Pinkstone said they were all lies, we need to, like, really, we can't be very sure, because again, we don't know what Laporte would be doing behind the scenes, like any of us. Like, all of you don't know what I do when I'm not filming or in a FlySwat live stream. Like, I could be literally going ahead trying to help a family member, because that's what I've always been explaining in FlySwat's videos, which is basically, I'm just going to help a family member or something. Okay, seriously, I just pulled off an Among Us tactic. Anyway, so yeah. Matter of fact is, like, if you don't know the person in real life, why are you, like, accusing them of doing something that they may have actually not committed? Because first of all, the people that do this stuff are faceless people. Like, they're hiding behind their keyboards, but one day they could literally be exposed by proper authority. And I'm talking about, like, you know, like, people being criminally charged and stuff. Now, for me, I am not that surprised. Like, to me, I'm not really surprised that Laporte has been trying to hide his, like, you know, his proof when, you know, like, again, if people say that you can do this stuff, prove it. Prove he didn't do that action. Proof. Laporte tried to prove that he wasn't behind the Gorfinetra account by showing all of his emails and usernames, but you know what, that's literally Chrome. Chrome literally will do that. Like, Laporte had no choice to dox his own usernames, his own emails, just so that, you know, although I did joke around about his video by saying, well, good luck getting angry emails from people, because, you know, he's gonna get like a spam load of emails from angry people on the internet. And to me, all I want is Laporte to provide proof that he wasn't behind any alts whatsoever. Like, if he was, why hasn't he if he wasn't, why didn't he provide any proof? Where is the proof that Laporte didn't do any of this? That is what we need to question about. Has Laporte really done it? Did Laporte actually cross the line? We can't be certain. Because again, we could be accusing an innocent person of something they possibly didn't do. And I'm not trying to throw shades at people, but, like, I feel like that is the direction that you know, people are heading. They're just heading towards, like, immediate accusations without proof situation. And, like, why haven't we got the proof just yet? That's why, like, you know, I'm losing respect on Laporte, because he hasn't provided me any proof, and it's really infuriating. Laporte said that he is depressed. If that's so, Laporte, then why haven't you freaking tell us the proof? Give us the damn proof that you weren't behind any of these damn alts, and perhaps, maybe everyone will stop pestering you by accusing you of all this stuff that you have done. Like, that is literally what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to get you to provide proof so that people can stop pestering you about what you've done. Because if you don't provide proof, people are gonna say it's you. Because you're the one that's probably not gonna be the like, if you're not gonna, if you're not going to show proof, Laporte, that means you're technically not handling hate correctly. You may think you're handling hate, but in retrospect, I doubt you're handling hate. And why I said I doubt it is because he could literally be lying. Like, he could lie to, like, I feel like he could be lying to me by saying that he wasn't behind the accounts. When, in retrospect, where is the proof that he didn't commit those crimes? Despite the proof showing Laporte committing a crime, again, it could be an imposter account. Oh yeah, as like what Pinkstone said last video, her and Redstone are dating, well, online dating. Just don't throw any shades at them, because, you know, I don't want Pinkstone to just, like, come in my DMs and just say, why did you tell everyone? Why did you tell everyone? Like, I thought I might want to quickly, like, you know, point that out, that Redstone and Pinkstone are dating. Now, to me, I don't really care, but I just felt like it's a little bit concerning. Despite the fact about, you know, Fly Swat and Willow Cream, I mean, I can't speak today, not Willow Cream, Snowfall, there you go. Where, come on. How the frick did I get that good shot? Anyway, so yeah, the matter of fact is, where's the proof? And why haven't we received it yet? And if we do not have the, like, proof that you weren't behind any of these crimes, then how can we learn to trust you? If we know you could be potentially lying to us. Well, I think I'm just, hold on, I think I might actually have to go back, because I think I killed out all the Brotherhood people, but I think the game glitched. Because I don't think the game likes me a lot. So anyway, yeah. That's why I think, like, you know, Laporte could be correct and he's just a victim of identity theft again. But we need proof. Oh, god damn it. We have to remove Mr. House as a threat again. Oh, gonna have to go all this again. Well, I spent like 22 minutes talking about the Laporte situation, and I think it's just best I keep on talking about it. I think it's just best I talk about it throughout the entire episode, since, like, you know. But yeah, the matter of fact is, Pinkstone hasn't really provided, like, you know.
Well, howdy, partner.
But again, I feel like Laporte hasn't really explained the whole truth. Or at least hasn't.
Where to, partner?
Like, I don't even know what to really say, but
Penthouse 4.
well, there's the president.
Benny is dead. And I don't suppose... Benny is Benny is dead. Ex-
Weapons use is discouraged. Thank you for your cooperation.
Benny is dead.
Well, we gotta remove Mr. House for the NCR. And I'm gonna cheat again.
Engaging target.
Hello. Okay, good night. Alright, anyway, so yeah. The fact is, like, you know, Laporte hasn't provided any, like, significant proof that he wasn't behind, like, any, like, ults. Which only is gonna cause people to believe Pinkstone. Let's see. What do I have? Sorry, I'm playing the game at the same time I'm trying to talk about the situation, which is gonna, like, be really confusing for you all. But yeah, the matter of fact is, how do we know that Laporte didn't create those accounts if he's not going to provide any proof that he didn't create the account to groom someone? You know, perhaps he did create the account. It's just that he's been keeping it like a secret from us the entire time. And that, you know, he never wanted us to know. But, again, where is the proof they didn't do it? And how can we be so sure? Those are questions yet unanswered.
Why have you? If
I've just killed Mr. House, feeling good. Or should I say, just killed the president, feeling good. Anyway, so yeah. To me, again, honestly, I don't really see things like completely adding up. Or if, you know, if all of this if this situation really adds up. Like, this is why, like, you know, I just don't want to, like, really get involved in the Laporte situation again, because crap like this, it's just hard to try and process in your brain. Oh my god. But yeah, I just...
Wow, that's crazy.
And if I have to be honest with you all, I'm probably just... I probably just don't want to, like... I probably just don't want...
With
re-
a smile. Slim pickings, but alright. Never get tired of it.
But yeah, I was gonna say, that's why, like, you know...
That one must be important. Looks like Mr. House ran out of luck, huh?
Lucky 38, more like unlucky 38. Anyway, so yeah. The only reason why, like, you know, I haven't The only reason why I didn't like start hating Laporte was like, you know, Laporte isn't my problem. Neither the people that are accusing him, because I don't really want to be involved with this whole Laporte situation, because if I do, it's just gonna like escalate things even worse for people. Like, it's gonna escalate things worse for Laporte. It's gonna escalate things worse for Pinkstone too. And like, if Laporte does not want, like, if Laporte doesn't want him to have any more drama, he might as well just provide proof that he didn't create any like alts to groom someone. Like, he only explained that he didn't do it in Word, but like, again, how can we be so sure that Laporte didn't groom someone if we don't have his proof? Because, as always, we could literally, again, as always, how do we know that it's not him if we don't have that, if we don't have any proof out of him? Like, you know, Laporte could, it could be possible Laporte could be flat out lying to us, trying to, you know, get away from the drama, but at the same time, I feel like Laporte is just too afraid to talk about it, because, like, you know, with like whatever he's basically going through right now, like with all the hate and stuff.
Report. Is Mr.
But after all, it's basically like, you know,
A fair question. Don't even think it. As I said, our
but yeah, it's just, I think it's just, honestly, I just think it's better I just not want to, I think it's just better I just remain neutral on Laporte now, because of these allegations, and that, you know, again, they could be true, but they could also be false allegations against Laporte. Which is like, you know, only one reason why. But yeah, note to self: you're either the person behind these imposter accounts remain faceless. Okay, seriously, my thing just glitched. My thing isn't even showing up. God, is it gonna like be? Is it gonna go E again? Because usually I have texture buds like this. They just.
hello. I'm honored to work with Boss. He knows more
Yeah, texture bugs again.
about Dan than anything.
Let's try opening the game again. But yeah, I just honestly, I just don't think it's really worth it, really being involved in the Laporte situation after everything that has happened. Like, we already had to deal with Laporte 124 so many times that, you know, attacking him, there's really no point in going after him anymore. There really isn't. Like, you could say he crossed the line, but did he really cross that line? Could it be an imposter that made him cross the line? We can't be so certain. Discord tags were different. Pinkstone insists it's Laporte's ult. I insist it could be an imposter. It's, again, just like the Gorfinetra account. It's just a mystery. It's pretty much unknown. And, you know, people's got their sides and their beliefs. But we have our own, like, you know, sides and beliefs. Some of us believe it's Laporte. Some people believe it's someone else. And you know what? Again, people's got their people's got their different point of views of stuff. And you know, if that is so, then you know, there's really no point in technically going after people after everything that has happened. Like you know, Laporte being Gorfinetra, Laporte grooming someone. Like, again, he claims that he said he's, like, innocent. Laporte hasn't provided that much proof that he's innocent. Like, to me, I just don't think. It's like what Mutant Post said. For now, Laporte is innocent till he's proven guilty. Innocent till proven guilty. BCW, can I tell you how Pinkstone ended up getting her face leaked? Turns out that was because Pinkstone sent it herself. She took a selfie and sent it in a group chat, and somehow Laporte saved it and leaked it to other people. Now, in my point of view, I think that's kind of, and the reason why Laporte and Pinkstone were in the same group chat was actually because Pinkstone and her friends were going to harass Laporte. Now, to me, that what made me a little bit mad at Pinkstone, because, yeah, you can even see that. That's what made me want to talk about the situation anyway. Oh my God, Windows! I hate you sometimes for this. Sometimes I have to Alt F4 this, and it does that. But yeah, and to be honest, because Pinkstone tried to harass Laporte for something he may or may not have done, but in retrospect, you know, two wrongs don't make a right. You could say that what she was doing was justified, but is it really justified to harass someone who did something really unjustifiable? Possibly not. Because here's the thing though, if Pinkstone thinks it's okay to bully someone just because they were bullying other people, then would it be okay for someone to murder someone after that person murdered another person? Think about that. If there's, like, you know, it's not just, like, some shootings are justified. Like, some murders are justified because they were doing it to protect others or save others. But then there's, like, other people that just get arrested because they murdered someone because of what they did. Two wrongs don't make a right here. You don't like, you know, do something wrong to someone who did another wrong just so you can make that right. That is why, like, you know, you shouldn't trust what Pinkstone says all the time, because she's doing something that doesn't make her right. Like, Laporte may have done something that is wrong, but Pinkstone is doing something that to Laporte that was wrong, and that doesn't even make it right. So for the mute, I had to ask my mother if two wrongs do make a right, and she said no. So in other words, two wrongs don't make a right here. The only thing that could be right and okay is pretty much, you know, telling them what were they doing, or what they did was completely dumb, and, you know, enough to get that person a hate base. You shouldn't take them to the extreme all the time. Because, again, like what I said, two wrongs don't make a right. And if two wrongs don't make a right, then why did Pinkstone decide to harass Laporte for something that he committed? For something completely, like, you know, unforgivable? Because you shouldn't be you may think bullying someone is actually justifiable, but in reality it's not. We live in a reality where... Do we actually live in a reality where basically bullying people is okay because they bullied others? No. Bullying people just because they bully others isn't always okay. Like, if that person that you were bullying committed suicide, then again, why? Why are you attacking someone for a crime they quote-unquote committed? So I always say this. Two wrongs don't make... And I'm going to quickly say this one more time. Two wrongs don't make a right. Now, if anyone wants proof... Now, for Pinkstone, I actually asked Pinkstone. Well, me and Zach, the BFB Guy fan, literally asked Pinkstone what she would do if someone impersonated her and did all this. Pinkstone said she would personally want... She would probably dox them, and then, like, I think she said to some, she would find... They would try and find their IP, and then, like, you know, have them killed. Again, two wrongs don't make a right, Pinkstone. They really don't. That's why you shouldn't be bullying every person you hate. Because, first of all, if they really are a criminal, you could really get yourself targeted for something really serious. And sooner or later, your parents are going to find out what you were doing. And because your parent... And, you know, it depends how strict your parents are. Like, you know, mine's not really that strict, but can be very concerned for my safety on the internet. Because, you know, the internet's not really a safe place for everyone. And, you know, if the internet is not safe for everyone, then why? But, you know, it's okay to be on the internet. It's just... You gotta be careful what you say on these websites, because you don't know what you could be getting yourself into. You could be getting into some serious trouble, and if you end up causing someone to commit suicide, you could get yourself in massive legal troubles with the police, because the police will look on the internet and see what you've been posting, and if they see you post something about someone's suicide and they think it's funny to do so. It's like saying you don't give a crap that someone died. They'll think that you're the reason behind their suicide, and would come to your house and arrest you. This is a freaking actual news story that came out on the news, and this was like a few years ago. A teenager got arrested because, get this, they said, yes, I know that the person killed herself, but I don't give a blank. Now, that is just messed up in my opinion. And I'm pretty sure everyone would think the same. And you know what? If everyone says the same, that, you know, what people do these days are messed up, then yeah. Why are we doing this to people? Why are we bullying people? This is what drama does to people. It affects their mental health. And with this COVID-19 pandemic, so many people have committed suicide because of the pandemic. Because you know, the pandemic has affected so many minds of innocent people. Like, I'm talking about, like, people having suicidal thoughts, because the pandemic, they couldn't be able to see their families and friends. Like, you gotta be, like, people, so there's a lot of people that could be fragile on the internet these days because, you know, crap like this cause them to get really depressed. Which is, like, the reason why I just don't, which is, like, the reason why I don't want to get involved in drama. Because I remember Winter Bliss. Winter Bliss is, like, really sensitive to being yelled at. From, well, that's what I heard from Winter. And, you know, like, when Winter got a hate base, I didn't attack Winter. Even though Pinkstone did, I didn't. Because, first of all, even though I got involved in a situation that shouldn't even concern me, I was basically involved at the very peak start of the Pinkstone versus Winter Bliss war because of, you know, well, you know, because crappy stunts like this, like scams and all that, like, and you know, I remember when Winter said in my DMs one time, about him literally crying in real life. Like, when I heard that, I felt, like, really bad for Winter. Like, I really did. I felt crappy about him. Like, I had so much respect for Winter. Like, you know, despite me still doing, like, Glamate related stuff like that, I wouldn't go as far as, like, you know, really trying to make, like, Winter Bliss thinks that he's ending up going back into the Vion community. I said no. You shouldn't compare yourself to a community, to a really horrible community, such as the Vion community. And you know what, that with the way Winter Bliss felt when he got a massive hate base, again, like, you know, me and Winter don't really talk that much. There's only some of these days I might end up talking to Winter.
Talk to Chief Henry.
Anyway, so yeah, there's some of these days where I might end up talking to Winter about how he's doing and all that, but I just don't think, you know, that I just don't think these issues, like with drama and all that.
Back west, you don't. We
Hmm. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just playing the game, like always.
I could tell. Word got back.
You can just pause and read all this, I just don't really care anymore. Like, all I've been doing in this series is just all I've been doing throughout this series is just, like, you know, talking about is pretty much
You've come back to see the.
to really talk about, you know, drama. And like, again, in like whatever community people say they're in.
Trolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for nuclear winter.
And you know, to me, I just, again, I just don't want, I just don't want to be involved in any more drama. That's all I don't want. That's all I want is not to be involved in any drama. That's why, like, you know, that's why I like to try and keep quiet about most of this drama stuff, but I just end up forcing myself into talking about them. Now, if before you ask, no, I'm not gonna get involved in the Laporte drama. I was just, all I was doing was expressing my opinion. And like, you know, the issues with the third Laporte drama this year. Like, again, we already had the first Doctor scandal, the second Doctor scandal, and now we got a grooming scandal. We don't need we don't need so many scandals involving Laporte, because otherwise we might as well start calling Laporte a drama user. The user that always gets into drama because of actions. Like, leave the blue fireboy alone. He shouldn't even be a problem anyway. The only reason why I never really lose my cool with Laporte is always because, you know, I've been mostly I mostly try and be the most calm one. Because if I let out my anger about Laporte, then like, then am I really truly, you know, before you ask, no, I don't have my... Yes, I do have my, you know, Tall God mode on, but yeah, I just... Wait, 2023. Alright. 2020, 2023. Alright, this is Red Menace, which means communism. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I just thought... Again, I just... I just don't really want to, you know, be fully involved in Laporte drama anymore.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. My God, if I had hands, I would strangle the life out of you.
Come on.
Oh, that was a Mr. Andy. I was wondering what that was. Kind of freaked me out a little. Trying to look for your dog, eh? Your dog's freaking dead. But yeah, to me, I just don't think it's really a good idea for me to really be involved in so much drama, because there's so many things I could get wrong that can only make matters worse for people. That's why I thought it was just better for me to stay quiet and keep my voice low, like keep my voice off drama situations. Like again, like the Laporte situation and whatnot. Why is Cass not?
What?
Okay, I'm just trying to.
I'll hold it. Let's hit the road.
Will she follow me? Yes. I'm gonna have to do this because anyway, so yeah, that's why I just don't want to talk about Laporte situation that much. Or at least want to talk about it anymore. Stupid Legion assassins.
Come on. Piece of shit.
Language.
Switch to a squirt gun.
Hey, you leave my companions alone. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly do this thing. But yeah, do I feel like Laporte isn't really handling his hate? Somewhat, I think. Will I betray Laporte? No. Will I get involved in this drama? No. I think it's just better for me to. God damn it, Cass! Stop! Fuck! Ah. That's why, you know. That's why I just.
Come on.
That's why, like, you know, I just don't want to get involved in the Laporte situation again. Because this has already happened. Because, you know, if I... If I just carry on being involved in drama like this, one day I'm gonna get my own hate base, and I probably won't like that whatsoever. That's why I just think for myself, it's just best I stay out of the Laporte drama. Killing peeps. Here we go. So much guns. screw your prime armor, and screw your freaking other crap. I'm taking back my 8 spears that, you know, my friend here got rid of. Sort of shotgun, might need to repair my crap. Might need some anti-venom. Another Legion assassin in distance, of course. But yeah, I think that's pretty much. I'm gonna, like, you know, talk about of the Laporte situation. So if anyone thinks, like, you know, do I think Laporte was in the right into not providing proof? No, I don't think so. But I don't think, like, you know, Pinkerton's in the right to try and go ahead and harass Laporte for something he could probably have not been involved with, and that we could be completely wrong about. In the fact that we may or may not be causing more harm than good. And like always, two wrongs don't make a right in matters like this that will just cause so much turmoil in a damn community. So basically, you know, what is the point in basically, again, what is the point in really attacking someone for something, again, they probably didn't do, and that we could definitely be wrong about. And that is something that, you know, we should be thinking about. Like, again, we should be thinking about, like, if we are really correct that Laporte was behind everything that has happened, or do. Yeah, this is a Grand. This is a gun from World War II. I swear to God, that is literally the gun from World War II. Anyway, so enough sidetracking. So again, do I think Laporte may be in the right? I don't know. Do I think Laporte deserves to be forgiven? I don't know that either. It's really much up to the people of the internet, people of the internet, that, you know, that decides if Laporte should be forgiven or not. But being to the massive amount of drama that he's been through, like 3 times in a row, I doubt he's really going to be forgiven for everything. Like, you know, again, if Pigstone wants to go ahead and still commit some wrongdoings against Laporte, just let her. Just don't get involved, because, you know, we could literally, it's literally not worth it. Hate base is definitely not worth it whatsoever. Like, sure, it's just to teach someone a lesson, but but you know, hate bases can get really toxic and really bad. Like, you know, and could literally put someone in actual depression stage, to the point they'll start self-harming and kill themselves. And like, you know, as someone who, I feel like I should bring this up, if you have any suicidal thoughts, please refer to your local, you know, charities, like, you know, Mind, Childline, or any other, like, you know, support, people that will provide support for you, because they will help you. Like, they want to help. And if we accept the help that we are offered, then you know, accept the help we gain. Oh my God, it's a lot of death claws. It's a lot of death claws. It's a lot of death claws. And Cass is unconscious, of course. But yeah. I think that will be pretty much what I'm going to be talking about of the Laporte drama. I honestly just don't want to get involved in anything involving Laporte anymore. After everything that, you know, Laporte's been through, we should really just start cutting him some slack. Like, sure, hate him, but like, just ignore him. Like, if you hate someone, just ignore them. Because all you're gonna do is you're gonna cause matters to, you're only gonna cause matters to become even worse. And, you know, with all the hate bases that's still ongoing.
Head's ringing like an alarm.
We could literally be a like, you know, some hate bases can get really toxic. That's why Pinkstone's like fan base is somewhat, well, Pinkstone's friend group is somehow like, you know, it's neutral, but like there's some people that are hardline Pinkstone supporters, but then like, you know, there's people that are supportive of Pinkstone but doesn't really support her actions. And there's some people that don't really care what Pinkstone will do because, you know, her actions, her choice. We have the, but you know, we have the right to our own opinions. And what I explained throughout this entire hour of this video, was everything. Well, everything in my opinion. Like that is basically all my opinion. So, yeah. That's why I don't think, you know. Oh my god, signal treatment time. Yeah, I was just like, again, I've only been thinking like, you know, the consequences of people's actions. Like, you know, actions have their consequences. Every action's got a reaction, all that stuff. And I think, you know, for me, I just think it's about time I stay out of a lot of drama and move on to my own thing. Like, you know, Laporte really isn't that much of my problem. And, you know, do I really think Laporte was somewhat in the wrong? I think so. Laporte is in the wrong for not providing evidence that he wasn't behind anything. But again, Pinkstone was in the wrong for even thinking about inviting Laporte in a group chat just to harass him, when she would know that Laporte would definitely do something like, would probably do something like this. Like, this has gone, like, again, this whole situation between Laporte and Pinkstone has just gone too far. It's just gone to the point that, like, you know, nobody wants to be involved. Like, not even Redstone himself just wants to be involved anymore. Like, he realized he realized Pinkstone. He realized that Pinkstone's just, you know, Pinkstone and Laporte ain't gonna get along. Like, obviously Laporte doesn't want, like, Pinkstone obviously, like, Laporte doesn't want any drama, but Pinkstone obviously does not, just wants to continue the Laporte drama, just so that, you know, he can finally leave YouTube or get arrested. Again, strict message to Pinkstone. Pinkstone, you can't always have things your way. There's like a lot of obstacles. Like, you gotta remember, you live in the United States, Laporte lives in not California, in Quebec, which makes him French. So, and you know, if you need to know the Canadian emergency phone number, which, if you don't know, guys, I don't even know what the Canadian phone number is. The Canadian emergency phone numbers. Like, I know Australia's is 000, United Kingdom's is 999, and America's 911, but I don't know what I don't know what, you know, the Canadian emergency response thing is. So that's why it's just better to, like, you know, leave them alone, because who's shooting at us? Oh, Brotherhood of Steel people. Must have found out with the NCR. But yeah, I just think it's better I think it's better that, like, oops, Sonny. Looks like we're at war. But yeah, I think it's just better that, you know, I think it's just better we just don't get involved with the Laporte drama anymore. The Laporte drama has just gone way too far, and we don't know what consequences it will bring in the future. So anyway, I think this will just leave it for today's episode of Fallout New Vegas. Sorry if there wasn't any, like, new quests and all that stuff. Like, mainly this video, I've only mainly made this episode just to talk about the Laporte situation. And I feel like, and, like, you know, why I just don't think two wrongs really make a right, and why, you know, Laporte is somewhat in the wrong, and also Pinkstone is somewhat in the wrong for her actions as well. And why we just have to deal with it, because, you know, people are who they are, and that's mainly much it in this episode of Fallout New Vegas. I feel like Fallout New Vegas is just going to be a series where I'm going to keep talking about constant drama that's been happening in the community. But yeah, this is why everything is, this is why the internet is such a bad place these days, is because of because of all this drama. Anyway, that's it for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, leader of the Crafter Boys is standing down.